Yeah. I'm Chris Poppy Chulo Miller, and yes, before I get started, yes, I still have the curly bush during quarantine. People keep making this a point of emphasis that I still got this head and it's safe to go outside, but nah, that's why these numbers are spiking, and that's why I still got my bush. So yes, I still got my bush. But look, listen, I'm back here with another video, a great topic for you here. With me and my guy here, we talking Migos. This is a great topic here, right here. So you may know him as Jeff, Jeffrey, whatever. However, I know him as Odell, OBJ, Odell Jr. That started because when we used to work together, he used to have the little blonde highlight in his hair. I used to like, yo, you Odell with it. But what's good, Jeff?
What's good, bro? Hey, I still remember the Odell.
You didn't think I remembered that, did you?
Nah, hell nah, bro.
Nah, my God, though.
I'm good though, man. How you doing, man? How you living?
Man, I'm just living it one day at a time. Hopefully that, someday we'll be able to get out of here. And at least we're all staying safe, though.
Yeah.
You still working and everything during this pandemic?
Of course, trying to stay on top of the, stay on top of the bread, and I'm trying to stay, like, for real, like, I'm trying to stay sane. I ain't really trying to, go out and do too much. I'm just trying to stay inside and make this money.
Yeah, I feel you. I think we all on the same bracket right now, and I think we about to go in another quarantine. So, yeah. Another lockdown, but at least we all gonna be
safe. I ain't looking forward to it, but we'll see how it goes, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, look, before we get started, go ahead and like this video. Make sure you run up the likes in the comments. We want to know how you feel about this topic, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the future videos. Look, let's get right into it. Talking to Migos. So look, I'm about to read you something. So Genius recently said, or they asked a question, they said, who has been, or who has the most influential flow of the past decade? And Wale commented, Migos. Do you agree or disagree, and why?
Absolutely. Wale's not lying. Listen, in my opinion, and it's funny because, like, when the Migos first came out, I didn't really rock with them like that. Like, I wasn't a big Migos fan. Like, back in 2012, I wasn't really feeling, I mean, I liked them, but I wasn't like, nah, like, I wasn't really rocking with them like that. I didn't think that they was the hottest group then, but over time, I was like, yo, literally, like, they have such a unique sound to them. And, like, a lot of the new rappers from Atlanta, like Rich Homie Quan, look, I'll even say like Lil Baby, Gunna, and I'm not saying they bite and they flow, but like, I mean, even they've said in interviews, like themselves, like Lil Baby, Gunna, all of them have said that the Migos have inspired them in a way and have inspired their craft and how they rap in their songs. So Wale is absolutely right. The Migos have kind of set the tone for a lot of these new rappers. I mean, their flow is very unique. A lot of people say, like, at first that, it was mumble rap. Yeah. I don't really agree. They have that very fast paced rap. And they also like to switch up the flow. They don't keep it the same. Yeah. So the Migos, to me, I don't really see any other rap group touching them, especially in this past decade. So.
Oh, where? In the past decade? So what do you say to the people who feel like Drake or Young Thug or Kanye West, Chief Keef and these boys? What do you say to the people that feel like they have had the most influential impact in the rap game in the past decade?
I mean, listen, I'm not going to argue against that, because as a solo artist, you can make that argument. Like Drake, yeah. Who else did you say?
Drake, Kanye West,
Kanye,
Young Thug.
Yeah. I mean, those are valid points. But in terms of just like the new age rap.
What about even Future?
Future did, yeah. But I feel like the Migos just kind of like raised the bar way higher than a lot of these other rappers. Like, they really set the tone. And in my opinion, like, a lot of these new rappers have kind of been inspired by the Migos, because their sound, it doesn't sound the same, but you can tell that, like, these new rappers, they like the Migos have really inspired them, and it made them style the rap a certain way.
Yeah, you could definitely say that, especially with the ad libs that they put in their songs, and other people have been adding in different ad libs. I would say a lot of people, I kind of would classify it as mumble rap, and I'm gonna touch base on that in a second. But a lot of people have been, incorporating that in their rap style as well. Even like the trapping in their rapping and stuff like that. So I would say that they have had a huge impact. It's hard to argue that they haven't had the most influential impact just because of all the awards and accolades that they've won over the course of the years. What would you say has been their song that put them to the top of the rap pedestal, or that got them that huge recognition?
Ah, man. See, to be honest, I mean, they have a lot of, Versace, we all know that was like a big, huge hit, especially when Drake remixed the song. When you got,
I didn't think you were going to say that.
Huh?
I didn't even think you were going to say that. I thought you were going to say Bad and Bougie.
Nah, man, listen, the real Migos fan know, like the real Migos fans know Versace, Look at My Dab, Pipe It Up.
I think, but Look at My Dab kind of got popping though because of Cam and everybody dabbing.
You think so?
Kind of, because every time Cam would get a first down, a touchdown, he's dabbing.
Mm-hmm.
Every time somebody get some award or something, or even in their own personal videos, they dabbing. So I think that song was kind of glorified.
Okay, I can, yeah. I mean, I can somewhat agree to that. Bad and Bougie is definitely on there.
You got Handsome and Wealthy.
Handsome and Wealthy, for sure. Damn. Rich Nigga Timeline. I mean, that's not like up there, but like people know about it. I mean, Peekaboo, Add It Up, Contraband. I mean, those are just hits that everybody, like the true Migos fans know.
Yeah.
I kind of put them on.
If you went to college during the time during their glow up, or during the time that they started prospering, I think you know about all these songs. Because when I was in college, these are the songs that were played at all the parties. These were the turn-up songs at these times.
Yeah, for sure. Listen, honestly, like I always say this to people, like the biggest album to me that really set them off was No Label 2. No Label 2 had so many hits, man.
Yeah.
So many hits that, I mean, Fight Night, Peekaboo, Contraband, Add It Up.
Fight Night might be it. That was that.
Fight Night, yeah. I mean, they play that in the boxing ring literally all the time.
Yeah.
So,
but I think Fight Night and all these songs that you're naming are it. But I think probably like how you mentioned originally, Versace was probably the song for me that everybody knew who they were at that time, just because Drake has a way of making that next artist known, because when he get on the song, everybody knows who the
are. Yeah. No, yeah.
So now, look, let's take it back. Now you mentioned this mumble rap, right? Let's take it back for a second. Now these guys, they're from Gwinnett County, Georgia. When they came out, they were known as mumble rappers. They were known as, not great lyricists. They probably projected weren't going to have this long longevity in the rap game, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about their transition from this mumble rap now to now? They, you got Offset and Takeoff. They're actually spitting in their songs now. And then you got Quavo, who's on every feature known to man now. What do you think about their transition? And now they're pushing a decade in the game now, if not already.
Honestly, man, I think that they did a tremendously, very like 360 transition. Like from going from like back in 2012, what was the album? Was it, I'm trying to look it up. One of the albums they had in 2015, Young Rich Nation.
Yeah.
From that to Look at My Dab, No Label 2, like those. And then once they came out with Culture, which came out in 2017, you notice how the lyrics, like they weren't, like their flow switched up. They weren't like rapping as fast, and they didn't have as many ad-libs. They still had like a bunch of ad-libs, but when they dropped Culture, the versatility was there. Like they had different rhythms and flows in the songs. If you listen to Deads, if you listen to Bad and Bougie, T-shirt. You can tell the versatility in their flow, especially I think my favorite Migo is Offset. And Offset definitely brings a unique, touch to the rap group. But songs like Dez, All Ass, Kelly Price with Travis Scott, like that album was when like the transition was like pivotal. So I mean, after that, that's when I was like, and me and like all the other Migos fans, like, damn, like okay, they really starting to, like transcend to a to a higher level. So and also fans wanted the Migos to switch up their flow anyway, because they were like, all right, y'all have this, because I mean, for a while everybody was saying that they got the same flow. They were boring. They were kind of like they wasn't gonna last long. However, once they came out with Culture, that's when people was like, all right, so the Migos, they have a lot more to offer.
Would you say it was Culture though when they felt like they had a lot more to offer, or when they started to come out with their individual albums?
Nah, hell no. Culture. Culture. Nah, seriously, like in my opinion, back in 2017, once they dropped Culture, even me, I didn't think it was gonna do that well. I didn't think the numbers was gonna be that high. I don't know, like I forget how much they charted the first week, but it was high. It had so many downloads on Spotify, Apple Music. I mean, it was crazy.
Culture is when you would kind of say they transitioned the most?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. That album was hard. I still listen to that this day. My favorite one is my favorite song is probably, I would have to say the one with 2 Chainz. I would probably say.
Yeah. And it's crazy because like in a lot of these songs, like even the song Call Casting, you can all three of them individually can show off their rap skills and their flow. Like, how like everybody says that Quavo is the Beyonce of the group. You know what I'm saying? He got the hooks.
Yeah.
Offset got the lyrics and Takeoff got the flow. Well, I feel like they all kind of have their own unique way of really spitting. And to be honest, I mean, I do think that when it comes to bars, Offset takes the cake. But at the same time, Quavo and Takeoff both got bars too. And they all got a unique flow. And that album that they had definitely portrayed what they really can do and what they can offer individually. Yeah,
they were saying, I guess the world, when they came out with Motorsport, that's when they realized that Takeoff actually has lyrics, because he was talking about Nicki Minaj in the song, and Nicki Minaj didn't even know that he was talking about her in that song.
Man, what Motorsport? Listen, man, I found out Takeoff could spit once I heard No Label 2. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, can actually he has bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So look, there have been many rap groups that have made their presence known in this rap game. So you got Mobb Deep, you got G Unit, although some people would say they're not even really a group because they just put out projects together. You got A Tribe Called Quest, you got The Lox, you got, Run DMC, Public Enemy. I mean, I could go on, but what do you feel, or where do you place the Migos with these other rap groups? Where do they stack up against these other rap groups?
I mean, all right, in terms of all time, honestly, I gotta put them up there because I feel like the Migos chemistry is what makes their music fire. The chemistry is literally like everything. Like the way they ad-lib, the way they transition to the hook to the verse. Mm-hmm. It kind of, and I'm not trying to take nothing away from Run DMC, NWA, all them, all those rap groups are definitely living legends, you know what I'm saying? But I'd be lying to say that I couldn't put the Migos up there with them.
Because you got groups even like Bone Thugs and Harmony, they don't feel like Migos, I think they had that little back and forth at that time with Offset. They don't really feel like Migos really even stand up to these other rap groups.
All right, but listen, you got to think though, man. The Migos definitely, I personally think that Migos kind of set the tone for Atlanta in general. all the rappers that's coming out of Atlanta definitely have been, you know, inspired by the Migos. Like I feel like the Migos is what put, and you can argue, say Future, sure, but
Yeah.
I feel like Migos, they as a group kind of put Atlanta, like in terms of like the music industry, kind of put Atlanta like on the map. That's my opinion. And I mean, like
Atlanta on the map. You say that even with like So Def and all that, JD and all them, even like Player Circle, Outkast.
Yes. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, bro. Look, call me crazy, but and look, I am a Migos fan. Look, I'm a Migos fan. You know, I get it,
Yeah.
but I think I think so.
Over 3 stacks though.
I'm not gonna put them over, but I'm gonna say they up there. Like they really up there. Like, come on, like you can't sit there and take away that the Migos have not impacted the rap game at all. They haven't put Atlanta on the map a little bit.
Yeah.
Like they haven't influenced these new rappers, especially from Atlanta, a little bit. Even, I mean, like Lil Baby said in his interview, like, I don't know, it was in one of his interviews saying that like the Migos have definitely inspired him, as well as Future. And there's other rappers that I will admit and say that the Migos have definitely inspired them and kind of got them to where they are now in terms of like just, music.
Especially with Lil Baby and those guys, they're all underneath the same label with QC. So I can really understand where they would get their influence from. But yeah, I'm not taking anything against the Migos. I love the Migos. I'm a huge supporter of the Migos. They actually helped me through some tough times listening to their music, just seeing where they come from and the humbleness of it. So, they're definitely up there, one of the top groups. I can't really say where they would rank in the top 10 or top 5 or anything though. I think just with their accolades alone, that they placed in that argument because they are getting accolades and awards that these other rap groups weren't getting. They are pushing figures and numbers that the other rap groups weren't getting. So I think in those categories alone, they've gotten certain awards that other rap groups haven't gotten on, like I think the Grammys maybe, and these other award shows. But I mean, I think it's kind of hard to not consider them in these little debates because they've definitely made a name for themselves.
For sure.
Yeah. So that's all I got for you here today. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. No Jeff, problem. Let them know where they could follow you at, where they may be able to tune in, see what other things you got to say, and let them know about your acting career and all that.
Oh, yeah, man. Thank you. Hey, first, I just want to say thank you for having me. I mean, it was a pleasure. I had a great time talking about the Migos. Y'all can definitely follow me on Instagram. It's going to be Jefe, JEFE_F0RD.
You hit the
You know what I mean? And then, I definitely post my acting content on there. You'll see it on my Instagram story. Like sometimes I post self-tapes or I'll just post like different scenes. Right now, I'm currently in a project in a web series. So that should drop sometime in 2021. I mean, I definitely am grateful and definitely appreciate you having me on your channel, man.
No doubt. And I got to get you on my podcast. On my podcast, we talking relationships and things like that, especially with him being in a relationship with females. Y'all got to tune in to that. So I'm going to have him there in a couple of weeks. And we're going to talk about his relationship and his input and perspective from the male perspective and things like that. Tune into my podcast. I just had my boy Adonis on here representing for his shirt and his brand. We talking about stuff on there as well. He explains what this whole brand means and how the rap game influences his clothing line and things like that. So check that out. I'm gonna have that in the link below. And thank you for tuning in. My Instagram is Chris_Miller__. My Twitter, I just changed that. So I take out the underscore on my Twitter. So it's just Chris Miller05. Follow me on that. I'm getting active. I'm going to put my YouTube link below as well. Or excuse me, my podcast link below as well. Thank you for tuning in. This was another rant, Chris S. Miller's Rant. I'm Chris Papi Chulo Miller. We out.